社會上咁多奇形怪狀嘅狀況，催眠、多重人格、鬼上身、援交、夢境，係咪有得解釋嘅呢？啲人話已經係科學同埋靈性結合嘅時代，心理學家又點樣睇啊？我係安靜，逢星期日中午12點到2點，我喺城寨練心術入邊話俾你哋知。
好，嚟到我哋今日練心術嘅節目啦，咁啊今日非常非常之特別同埋榮幸啦，咁就請到咧即係不丹嘅國家博物館館長阿 Khenpo Bhutan Tashi 嚟到我哋節目，咁啊身邊咧有阿 Joey 啦，就幫手我哋今日會雙語廣播嘅，可以向全世界全球發放嘅。
Yeah, we are very, very honored to invite Khenpo Tashi to our video today. He is the director of the National Museum in Bhutan and also the advisor of Beyond Happiness.
今日咧阿 Khenpo 咧，亦都係我哋一個機構嘅顧問啦 ，Beyond Happiness 即係香港不丹法律嘅顧問嚟㗎。咁就喺呢幾日咧，佢就真係馬不停蹄啊！由18號啦、19號、20號啦，咁就喺自在社啦、香港中文大學有5000人啦嚇，咁就佢嗰場咧就爆到9彩嘅，就即係600人都坐晒喺地下，即係坐晒喺樓梯都唔介意咁樣，特別嚟到聽阿 Khenpo 嘅演講啊！
Yeah, over the last few days, we are very honored to have Khenpo to deliver talk in Dream Possible in Chinese University for Hong Kong and even in the Boys and Girls Club Association. Over the last few days, we have been recording around 5,000 of people hearing the talk from the Khenpo. A lot of people would like to come and even line up, even sit on the stairs to listen to talk of the Khenpo.
Yeah, 我想咧問一問阿 Khenpo 啦，咁佢對於呢幾日咧喺香港嘅感覺係點嘅咧
？Can Khenpo talk about how you feel over the last few days in Hong Kong?
I really enjoyed being here. Now, first of all, thank you very much for this forum, and it's a wonderful meeting the people because it seems that they are very much interested in enhancing their happiness at home, at workplace, and in school. And also they want to know the more about the practice of mindfulness in day-to-day life. So I was so happy that during my 3 days stay and giving a talk to the people, so they asked very wonderful questions, and I'm sure that we can do some other interesting topics that today we can discuss and touch on how mindfulness practice in Bhutan and how people are happy in Bhutan.
係啊，其實咧，阿 Khenpo 就講到咧，呢幾日咧，其實佢都覺得好奇妙嘅一個過程嚟㗎，因為佢發現好多香港人咧，佢都好多都好想去增進自己嘅快樂啦，無論大家都好想將快樂啦擺喺屋企啦、學校啦，甚至日常生活入面嘅。呢幾日其實 Khenpo 自己都話咧，都接到好多唔同嘅問題嘅。咁其實所以就想透過今日嘅機會咧，我哋嘅訪問啦，亦都可以將正念啦，響不單點樣實行啦，或者可能日常點樣實行咧，佢都想透過呢個我哋嘅呢個節目咧去宣揚開去嘅。
係啊，咁咧喺呢幾日咧，阿 Khenpo 咧就講咗好多關於正念啦同埋快樂嘅嘢。咁但係咧有一個 topic 咧，啲人都經常問嘅，就係關於咧喺不丹啊，究竟佢哋點樣教正念，點樣教人快樂嘅咧？首先我想問阿 Khenpo 一樣嘢先，究竟不丹人係咪真係咁快樂咧
？Over the last few days, we have heard a lot of Hong Kong people asking how to practice mindfulness or how to teach happiness in Bhutan. But we would like to firstly ask you that, is really Bhutanese a happy people?
Yes. And compared to other developed countries and the people in the world, among the billions of people living in the world, I think Bhutanese people are one of the most happiest people in the world. Why? Because Bhutanese people are, I think, even though they are farmer, they are poor, but the state of mind is really they are happy and contented. the happiness comes from the mind, and which is defined as a contentment. So that's why people are contented what they have. So the Bhutan is not like a consumer-driven society. So that's why Bhutan is a farmer and very much spiritual and very rich in the environmental surroundings. So that's why 60% forest coverage, and as of today it's 72 actually according to the government record. So our constitution says that and the 60% of forest coverage remains at all times. So no matter what government come to in power. So that's why Bhutanese people are so happy to have their forest and pristine rivers and very fresh air, unpolluted, uncontaminated water. So I think Bhutan seems really like a hidden and precious and the jewel in the Himalayas.
Khenpo 咧就講到其實喺不丹入面咧，其實真係佢哋喺全世界嚟講，真係一個數一數二咧，一個開心和快樂嘅國家嚟嘅。但係 Khenpo 都好坦誠都講到，其實喺不丹入面，大家都可能以農務為生啦，可能收入咧冇其他國家咁富裕嘅，但係其實佢哋嘅內在咧係其實好都好滿足嘅，同埋咧其實佢哋我哋。喺不丹嘅教導嚟講咧，所有嘅快樂咧係嚟自我哋嘅心智。我哋點樣可以喺我哋自己嘅心智啊，或者我哋嘅靈性層面咧，感覺到好豐盛咧？呢個其實亦都係 Khenpo 覺得一個好主要嘅原因嚟嘅。除咗呢樣嘢之外咧，其實喺周圍嘅環境咧，亦都係一個好重要嘅因素。無論喺個環境根本佢形容嘅不丹啦，就係一個好有清新嘅空氣啊，甚至啲水啊都不被污染啊，呢啲咁嘅其實都好滋養到我哋每一日嘅不丹人嘅生活嘅，所以從中咧，其實佢哋真係好感受到快樂嘅。頭先 Khenpo 一個好特別嘅比喻，我諗大家如果有機會去不丹嘅都可以感受下，其實佢覺得不丹就係一個埋藏咗一個寶藏，喺喜馬拉雅山一個埋藏咗一個寶藏，呢個係真係可以大家有機會去不丹去感受下呢樣嘢。
去過不丹嗰啲咧，就一定知㗎啦。即係當然我哋大前提就係唔好將佢當喺係一個好富貴啊，或者係好 modern 嘅一個旅遊區啦。但係如果你喜歡大自然，即係喜歡一啲簡樸嘅生活嘅話咧，即係嗰種簡樸嘅純正嘅快樂咧，其實都好真係即係好 touch 我自己個心㗎。
What Annie has mentioned is about those who have been to Bhutan will know how natural the environment is, and because Bhutan you cannot just compare with the rich in terms of monetary or in terms of modernity, but the environment is so natural and very simple, and that's why the people can feel very contained in the country.
Yes, true.
而另一個方面咧，我有一個位置我好有興趣嘅。其實咧喺我知道不丹有一個叫國民快樂指數啦 ，GNH 啦。其實咧有呢個國民快樂指數前同後，不丹嘅快樂程度有冇分別嘅咧？同埋呢個國民快樂指數又點嚟嘅咧
？Based on what you have been talking about, we would like to know. Bhutan is quite famous for the gross national happiness, but can you describe it before the setting up of the gross national happiness? Is there any difference before and afterwards is setting up this gross national happiness? And also, how do this GNH gross national happiness come from?
Yes, very good. The founder of the gross national happiness, this idea is the fourth king of Bhutan, and he is the enlightened king, and is the emanations of bodhisattvas, is the enlightened kings. So we are very fortunate to have, and this idea and this philosophy of gross national happiness is mind treasure of the fourth king. We call them mind treasures. He revealed for the benefit of other beings. So he sacrificed for the benefit of other beings. So the life changes after gross national happiness and before. I think Bhutanese people enjoy the happiness throughout the centuries, not only recently. So, but why gross national happiness has become so important today because with the advent of moderns, we don't want to lose the happiness. So that's why the gross national happiness is the antidote to the modern development in the country, because Bhutan is open to the outside world. Now Bhutan is connected to the world. We have what you have, like internet, televisions, and car, everything's what you have. So Bhutan is a very small country, as I said, as a jewel in the Himalaya and a hidden land, and we enjoy for centuries. But we don't want to lose that happiness and mindfulness and spiritual practice in Bhutan. So that's why at the right time, rightly is said and pronounced by the fourth king of Bhutan, the gross national important is more important than gross national product, so which is perfectly fitting in a modern age.
其實咧 ，Khenpo 就講到咧，頭先啦 GNH 啦，國民快樂指數咧係點嚟嘅咧？其實由不單第4個國王咧去到帶出嚟嘅，佢就講到其實呢個國王咧就好為人民去到着想嘅，永遠咧都為眾生咧而去到有一個考慮嘅前提嚟嘅。其實佢就講到啦，其實無論有冇國民快樂指數咧，不丹人其實一路都好快樂嘅，但係其實佢哋因為佢哋都知道世界環境啦，我哋亦都隨住現代化嘅時候咧，佢哋唔想因為現代化嘅發展而令到佢哋嘅不丹人咧去到冇咗一個快樂嘅，咁所以就提倡呢個國民快樂嘅指數咧，希望亦都可以從中咧帶到不丹人咧記得喺發展自己嘅國家同時都要記掛住自己其實係一個有快樂嘅元素嘅。根據佢都講啦，其實不丹係一個喜馬拉雅山入面嘅一個好貴重嘅寶藏嘅時候，咁其實當中正念啦、快樂啊，無論呢啲靈性生活咧，其實都要不斷去到持守嘅一個好重要嘅概念嚟嘅。
我經常咧都會聽到咧有人問呢個問題嘅，喺唔同嘅 talk 入邊都，當不丹而家有電視有網絡嘅時候，其實咧好多不丹人咧都變質㗎啦嚇，佢哋咧冇以前咁快樂㗎啦，佢哋咧多咗好多痛苦。咁其實不丹嘅政府或者係係就係又或者喺 Khenpo 嘅眼中，佢點樣睇呢一樣嘢咧
？Over the last few days, we have talked when you deliver talk and describe the situation of Bhutan. That, for example, the Bhutanese have the television in their home, so their happiness maybe having changed slightly. Maybe some of them may lost their happiness, or even maybe some have some suffering too. So, as an official of the government, how you view or how you describe what happened in the nowadays in the country?
It's very good questions. This is wonderful, to know. Because Thimphu, Paro, Phuntsling, these 3 cities or 3 towns, we call it 3 towns or cities, are more populated and well-equipped sort of televisions, washing machine, and televisions. And these people, the residents in these 3 areas, are not really as happy as a farmer in a remote area. So it shows that some modern development and technologies is really influencing the life of the people. So that's why, and we wonder that if the king has not been introduced the gross national happiness, so we end up becoming like all the rest of the world. So that's why we are very fortunate that now keep balance in middle. What is the gross national happiness? The main idea is the balance philosophy of spiritual needs and material wantings. That is the one. So that's why I think for having all modern technologies to make your life comfortable, like televisions, a car, internet, mobile phone, televisions, washing machines, it makes easier. But the problem is if you become attached to that, and if you want more and more, and that is the problems. So if you can use them to make easier your life and comfortable and healthier. This is the main reason, and that teachings, that kind of guidance, that kind of practice should be done in the school, and somebody should teach. So you see, we already started teaching the mindfulness practice in the school. So in the future, everything will be okay, fine, because students are taught you should not have attachment to the outer objective phenomena, the material wanting. So that's why Bhutan is the only country where officially the mindfulness and happiness can be studied in the school and college and universities.
呢一段好緊要啊，其實
係非常緊要啊
非常緊要啊，係啦，
Very
咁
important.
It's too long.
No,
Very
we mentioned it's very important.
Yeah，咁嚟我就翻嚟到中文啦。咁其實咧 ，Khenpo 講咗一個好重要嘅例子，其實佢都好承認咧，響不丹入面有3個比較重要嘅城鎮啦，佢哋當中真係有電視啦、有車啦、有手提電話嘅。咁但係亦都其實真係嘅，響嗰啲比較繁重嘅城鎮入面咧，當地人嘅快樂指數咧係相對地冇一啲住響郊區啊，或者冇咁方便嘅地區嘅人咧，冇咁快樂嘅。其實呢個正正咧，佢都知道就係其實現代化咧係真係會影響一個人嘅快樂程度嘅。所以就點解即係會就映照翻點解國民快樂指數咁緊要？呢一個作為一個國家啊點樣去到發展啊，同埋人民啊嘅生活一個好重要嘅指標嚟嘅。因為其實只要手持住呢個國民快樂指數咧，其實佢哋都會相信咧不單嘅發展就唔會好似其他嘅國家或者地區咁樣嘅，就由呢個咁嘅現代化嘅發展咧，會影響到佢哋啦。咁同埋咧，其實亦都喺呢個國民快樂指數咧，亦都指出一個大家嘅心靈上面嘅需要性啊。其實當大家係現代化咧，其實無論電視啊、洗衣機啊或者手提電話，喺香港真係可以可能你覺得冇咗唔得，但係呢一個真正嘅用途係真係幫我哋生活變得更加舒適、更加容易嘅。但係個問題咧，就真係在於啲人去到不斷去使用嘅時候，就好似沉迷咗落去嘅，沉迷咗落去嘅電話，用電話啊，成日不斷去撳手機啊，而冇留意翻其實自己可以有呢個選擇權咯。咁同埋亦都所以係咁樣嘅情況之下，去到衡量咧，佢哋就更加覺得要喺學校啦、中學啦，甚至大學啦，要推廣呢個正念嘅教育嘅。咁正念嘅教育其實俾你知道，其實自己嘅深深嘅注意喺一個咩嘅地方。咁亦都希望啲學生咧，從小已經學懂唔好執着執着一啲物質上面嘅需要，亦都要照顧翻，亦都或者要回顧翻自己嗰個自己嘅心靈上面嘅需要，作為一個平衡咯。
頭先咧，我都再補充少少啊嚇。頭先阿 Khenpo 亦都講到咧，係我哋即係不丹嘅人，佢哋點樣去平衡翻佢哋嘅需要同想要 needs and wantings 嚇。咁同埋係咧用翻我哋心理學嘅術語咧，就係嗰種嘅依附啊。即係當我哋太過依附一樣嘢嘅時候咧，我哋就不能夠抽身。咁而相對嚟講，我哋嘅快樂咧亦都會少咗。咁其實喺呢個咧，我諗喺香港啦，呢個問題可説係非常嚴重啦。即係香港係一個現代化城市啦，我哋手機不離手啦。你永遠咧喺車站嘅時候咧，我都想問一問阿 Khenpo 有冇留意到咧，所有人都係淨係咁樣望住個電話嘅啫嚇。講嘢唔會咁樣講嘅嚇，即係好孤獨啊！即係對於我嚟講，我覺得係好似人與人之間嘅關係咧，就疏離咗好多，個孤獨感強咗好多。唔知佢又點睇咧？
As you have been here for quite a few days or for some time, that Hong Kong people are getting more quite serious and addicted to phone. I'm not sure when you're traveling or when you're just at the beginning of the talk, you may see everybody is holding their phone in front of them and just looking and there's screening after for more than message. And what Annie had mentioned is about that. Quite a lot of Hong Kong people are feeling very lonely, and they are very some of them may be so isolated from one another. So how you see in this few days, do you echo with what we have mentioned?
Yes, I think because the people now all over the world, we are connected by electronic. not by the people, by feelings. So this is very dangerous actually. So we should have an extended family, friendship, and everything. So that's why the more and more people becoming isolated and self-centered, and they want to protect and themselves as a individualistic. So that's why I think people, we are now, you see, becoming like a what do you call like a what do you call now? They're like a machine now, controlled by the machine. So we should really use the machines, the equipment. So we should not be a slave of the machines. So that's why it's becoming more and more dangerous when you really connected by electronic. And there's a feelings of differences. So that's why we should do that is because even you use the electronics, the iPad, iPhone, whatever, that before you use, when you touch, you can really think that when you touch and you're bringing and practicing mindfulness. That is very simple. So when you touch the mobile phone, then from today onwards and whenever we can promise ourselves that now when I touch mobile phone, now I'm a mindful practice. When you receive the call, before speaking, you can just 1 second, at least 1 or 2 seconds, you can breathe. This is the practice of mindfulness. So you can use all the modern equipments as a means for practicing mindfulness. So instead of having attachment to that, and really you are really completely absorbed and becoming, like almost like a slave of the modern equipment.
其實 Khenpo 就講到一啲嗰個重點咧，就在於其實我哋而家現代人咧，其實已經可能成為一個機器嘅一個奴隸添啊！我哋好多時都係咧俾機器去到控制住啦，而唔係翻去個本意，就係其實我哋係只不過用機器嘅一個人係啦。同埋佢都講到咧，而家人與人之間咧，其實係冇乜聯繫嘅，反而係人同機器聯繫啦，令到大家都會覺得咧做得比較疏離啊、自我中心啊，甚至好個人化嘅，好多嘢咧都要同我去出發嘅，而少咗去到睇喺身邊嘅人，所以佢都會強調其實我哋亦都需要好着重我哋嘅朋友嘅關係啦，同埋我哋自己嘅一啲親戚啊、一啲家庭嘅關係嚟講嘅。佢亦都帶出咗咧一個好重要嘅意味咧，就係當我哋用電話嗰時候咧，我哋可以用電話作為一個我哋正念啦，或者我哋一個沉澱一個練習嘅。點樣做咧？首先你要去到同自己承諾，我要變得正念一啲，我要知道自己用緊呢個電話。咁我哋去用電話之前，我哋就同自己講，呢個係我個訓練自己正念嘅一個練習。我哋要知道自己用緊電話，係啦。咁佢嘅實質嘅建議咧，就係當你電話響嗰陣時候，你俾1秒鐘自己去靜一靜，停一停落嚟，去到同自己講，我知道自己係用緊呢部電話。呢一個已經係一個好實際嘅點樣可以練習正念嘅一個方法嚟。咁就住呢個咁嘅練習咧，我哋就唔使開始就好似依賴或者用係依賴呢部電話，而真係做翻一個人去一個使用呢部機器嘅一個人啦。
咁我想問咧，其實當不丹咧面對住呢啲文化嘅衝擊啦，佢哋點樣透過佢哋嘅 GNH 啦，或者係透過佢哋嘅教育咧，去教佢哋嘅小朋友呢一樣嘢啊
？In Bhutan in facing this kind of culture shock or cultural development, that how GNH is being promoted to the citizen in Bhutan and how it will apply to in teaching the students.
So as I said that in Bhutan, every morning we have an assembly on the ground. The thousands of students depend on the size of the college, universities, schools. So sometimes 300 students, sometimes 500 students, sometimes 1,200 students. So every morning we gather, and the principal of the school, they give us some kind of instructions or speech. And after that, and we have some kind of assembly making prayer for the world peace. And then this is not only for Bhutanese, for whole world, making prayer at least. So this, then next what they do is the practice of mindfulness, because they few minutes and they keep really they maintain noble silence. I call it noble silence. So they really concentrate, focus on themselves, who they are. They recognize. When they recognize they are, and they can really scan their surroundings without negative thought, they develop the positive mental attitude. So this is the beginning of the mindfulness practice in every day, in every school, colleges and universities. And this is, I call, is like a medicines of the day for the day. So when you really have an injection on your arm, the whole body benefit from that injections or for medicines. So you don't have to inject every all point of the body. So that's why from the very beginning, first hour, if you really be mindful and remain in a peaceful state, and this really remain the whole day as a happiest life. So this is how formally mindful practice and happiness in the school now. So Bhutan is trying to follow the middle path. So that's why in the future the Bhutanese people will be the what you call now expert or professional on happiness, on mindfulness. So that's why after 10 years, all the children after 10, 15 years old now who are really practicing mindfulness and happiness, and they will be the teacher, they will be instructor, they will be the citizen in the future. So they will really maintain and sustain the happiness of the countries and the people. So that's why the school, college, university is the right learning centers.
咁其實咧，仲有一樣好緊要嘅喎。Khenpo 就講到咧，真係所有嘅無論喺學校入面咧，點解我哋佢哋要咁重視去灌輸正念咧？其實因為佢哋都會望到長遠嚟講，因為不單嘅學生啦，喺長遠嚟講，佢哋會成為一個老師啦，一個指導師啦，而佢當佢成為成年人嘅時候咧，就要去到維持翻其實整個社會甚至整個國家嘅一啲快樂嘅文化，呢個亦都係既然咁重要，所以又要從小去到養成嘅。咁當中嘅練習當然就好似Khenpo 所講，其實喺學校入面啊，每一朝有早會啊，同埋咧我哋會佢哋會咧一定會有靜思幾分鐘嘅時間嘅，喺當中將所有嘅專注力、所有嘅集中力擺喺自己嘅心智度，去到認知下其實佢哋自己係邊個，即係好好咁樣去接觸佢哋本身自己嘅本質啊，自己內在嘅特質啊，亦都係去到培養翻呢一啲正面嘅態度啦、正面嘅質素啦，而透過呢個寧靜咁樣不斷嘅練習咧，就相信呢一個由細出發、由細開始嘅培養係真係會幫到佢哋帶到落去成年人點樣去更加可以維持到日後嘅發展咯。
好得意嘅有個位咧，頭先阿 Khenpo 咧係提到咧，佢哋喺早會嗰陣時咧，佢哋會有個祈禱咁樣類似咁嘅嘢嘅，咁就即係跟住就再做呢一個嘅正念咯。佢哋會祈禱呢個世界和平嘅嚇，即係我其實可能即係一聽落去，好似好虛嘅喎，世界和平係咪好似一個 false hope 咧？又或者係for香港人嚟講咧，可能會感覺到哇，世界和平其實佢哋可能會去祈禱我要身體健康，我要我要開心快樂，我要識得做啲乜嘢，我要成功或者 whatever。佢點樣睇呢一個嘅分別嘅
？What we come in mind is a very we think it's a very good question to see for you to answer is that in the prayer that you would like to pray for the peace of the world, and it is somehow is quite abstract to other people, and would it be a kind of false hope to them, because in Hong Kong we also in our wish we usually wish we would like to be happy, we would like to have be healthy, we would like to earn more money. So how do you respond to the difference in the prayer, because we would like to just focus on ourselves, immediate material, and the world peace is just so far away. Yes.
So it doesn't matter, because your wish, your intention should be pure. So happiness comes from your mind. happiness doesn't come from somewhere. So that's why if 1,200 students and wishing for the happiness for the world, and they are great, and they are not stupid. They think that they have done something good. You see? So that energy, only we are talking about the one school, 1,200 students or 500 students or 900 students, size of the school. If 100,000 students really making wish the world be happy, enjoy, and suffer, and this energy is really transforming. I told you that mind and spirits are very powerful. If you really control the mind and you control outside. So that's why what is making the mind-made problem, human-made problems. So we have to take care of our mind, like developing the positive thought from the very beginning, your action. So that's why it's very important to have this kind of world peace and a mindfulness practice, remaining in a silence and wishing that the whole world should enjoy the happiness, whether they enjoy or not. But you see that 1,200 students are really wishing and sending their positive thought to the world. So that's why once they send the positive thought, they will not do negative thought after that. So that's why cultivation of positive mental attitudes from the very beginning is very, very important. Not only Bhutanese, for everybody. And so that's why happiness begins from the positive thought.
哇，其實咧，Khenpo 咧就講到一個好重要嘅元素，就係其實所有嘅我哋嘅心智嘅狀態嘅培育咧，真係要自細去到開始嘅。因為我相信可能學校係1000人，但係當佢去到成為不丹入面咁多間學校嘅時候咧，帶出嚟嘅祝福咧係足以會可能延伸開去啊，至其他唔同嘅人嘅，同埋咧，亦都其實另外一個最重要嘅重點嚟講咧，因為快樂係嚟自自己嘅心智，所有嘅快樂你要由自己去到出發，我哋要好好咁樣對自己一個好好嘅修練啦，去到亦都要持續嘅練習，或者什麼叫快樂，持續嘅練習正念，亦都透過我哋逐一互相影響啊，係啦，呢即係就做一個互相影響咧，透過自己去到更加去到宣揚，可以令到世界更加各地啊，應該咁講，係令到自己啦、身邊嘅屋企人啦、朋友啦、我哋嘅社會啦，先至延伸喺世界各地，去到帶住呢個好真誠、好真摯嘅一個嘅祝福，去透過呢個咁嘅信念，希望會影響到唔同嘅人。
好，咁啊，我哋咧呢一節就嚟到呢一度先啦。咁轉頭翻嚟咧，我哋再同 Khenpo 咧問佢多啲咧關於教育快樂同正念嘅嘢嘅。